Today, we're in our second installment of our three-part series on the growth mindset. Last week, we looked at an overview of the two mindsets. Today, we'll explore the two views of challenges and failure. When students with a fixed mindset fail, they tend to give up because they're convinced that the amount of intelligence, athletic ability, or creativity they have just isn't enough, and there really isn't anything they can do about it, which is extremely deflating. And because that feeling of helplessness is so unpleasant, they avoid challenges at all costs, viewing potential failures as threats to their identity. When students with a growth mindset fail, they push harder because they know that through persistent effort, they can increase their intelligence or ability to match the task at hand. People with a growth mindset embrace and even approach challenges, viewing them as interesting opportunities to learn. They know that if they fail, it doesn't say anything about who they are. They've simply learned a valuable lesson. In other words, from the lens of the fixed mindset, difficulties are threats that lead to anxiety and the belief of, I can't handle this. But from the perspective of someone with a growth mindset, difficulties are challenges that lead to excitement and the belief of, I've got this. Two of my favorite quotes on failure come from Thomas Edison and Michael Jordan. Thomas Edison said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. And in the popular Nike commercial back in 1997, Michael Jordan says, I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over again in life, and that is why I succeed. Oof, chills. And that is why this poster hangs in my office. That's also why I have these experimenter goggles sitting on my desk, to remind me, as Ralph Waldo Emerson so succinctly put it, all life is an experiment. The more experiments you make, the better. The reality is that the more challenges we take on in life, the more we'll fail. And that's good, because that's also where learning and growth occur. To conclude our quote fest, let's look at this domino effect-like quote from New York Times bestselling author and leadership expert John C. Maxwell. The more you do, the more you fail. The more you fail, the more you learn. The more you learn, the better you get. Our 9-month-old daughter Mia is constantly exploring, pushing her limits, so she inevitably falls quite a bit. And every time she does, I say, no big deal. And I think it's starting to stick with her, because now she replies, but why do I say no big deal when she falls? Early on, I want her to learn that mistakes are part of life. Our response to those mistakes are significantly more important than the mistake itself. Now, the common objection to the growth versus fixed mindset discussion is due to the misunderstanding that claiming that intelligence and other abilities can improve through effort somehow means that all people have equal ability. We've all known people who are more naturally intelligent, athletic, or talented than we are, with very minimal effort on their part. The real claim behind a growth mindset is that no matter a person's current intelligence or ability, they can always improve through effort, good strategies, support, and learning from failure. Since people with a growth mindset believe their abilities can develop and improve through practice, they cultivate a love for learning and a healthy relationship to failure that enable them to view life as an exciting journey filled with opportunities to learn new things and grow. Check back in next week when we wrap up this series and discuss how to instill a growth mindset in our children.